He shall come down like rain upon the mown grass, as showers that water the earth. In his day shall the righteous flourish, and abundance of peace so long as the moon endureth. He shall have dominion also from sea to sea, and from the river unto the ends of the earth. His dominion will cover the entire globe. They that dwell in the wilderness shall bow before him, and his enemies shall lick the dust. We see this is the kind of Messiah he must be, the kind of Savior he is, a Savior of the righteous. It says in verse 12, for he shall deliver the needy when he crieth, the poor also, and him that hath no helper. He shall spare the poor and needy, and save the souls of the needy. Does that sound like the kind of rulers we have today? Does that sound like a normal king? A normal prince? He shall redeem their soul from deceit and violence, and precious shall their blood be in his sight. That's what we have to look forward to. His name shall endure forever, in verse 17. His name shall be continued as long as the sun, and men shall be blessed in him. All nations shall call him blessed, because his glory fills the whole earth. So he will be a king over not just Israel, but all nations. Zechariah talks about him as well. You know, he's mentioned in just about every prophet. In chapter 6 of Zechariah, verse 12, thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, behold, the man whose name is the branch, and he shall grow up out of his place, and he shall build the temple of the Lord. Now this is way past the days of David, past the time of Solomon. A time in the future when the branch shall grow up and build the house of God. Even he shall build the temple of the Lord, and he shall bear the glory of God. He shall bear that. And he shall sit and rule upon his throne, and he shall be a priest upon his throne, and the counsel of peace shall be between them both. We're coming to the end of this. Just a couple more verses. We have Isaiah chapter 42. Verse 1 reads, behold my servant, whom I uphold, mine elect, in whom my soul delighteth. I have put my spirit, the very Spirit of God, on him. And he shall bring forth judgment unto who? The Gentiles. For this Savior will embrace the Gentiles as well as Israel. He shall not cry nor lift up, nor cause his voice to be heard in the street. A bruised reed shall he not break, and a smoking flax shall he not quench. He shall bring forth judgment unto truth. He shall not fail nor be discouraged, till he hath set judgment in the earth, and the isles shall wait for his law. Let me introduce him to you. Let me introduce this great Savior, Zechariah chapter 13. We find here in verse 1, in that day there shall be a fountain open to the house of David and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem for sin and uncleanliness. It shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will cut off the names of the idols out of the land, and they shall no more be remembered. And also I will cause the prophets and the unclean spirit to pass out of the land. And the Lord will make all the land clean, and the prophets, every one of them, shall be ashamed. And then they will recognize him. They will say in verse 6, and what shall say unto him, what are these wounds in thine hands? Then he shall answer, those with which I was wounded in the house of my friends. Jesus' friends. The Savior's friends. The Messiah's friends. In their house, he was wounded for all our sakes, that he could have victory over death and come alive again, and that he could restore all things. And he will. He will bring Israel back into the land. He will set Jerusalem as a place of safety. And he will bring the temple of the Lord down from heaven and have it hover over the city of Jerusalem. And it will be a place of safety. In the day, a shelter to cover in the heat, and in the night, or in the storm, to cover from rain. The Lord has a son, and he is coming. God bless you. Thank you.